What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to show you guys how I was able to make $1,017 on SPY today by shorting the rip to the upside. I'm going to show you guys why I took the trade, the reasoning behind it, why would I take this trade to the downside if SPY is pushing to the upside, and basically just walk you guys through the trade so that you guys get a better understanding of why I would be looking at something like this, why I'm looking at this trade in specific, so on and so forth. So if you haven't watched the previous video where I talked about supply and demand, it's definitely important that you go back and watch that video before watching this, so that way you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about and what I'm looking for. So this morning we had Jay Powell talking, so obviously right before market open caused a bit of volatility. Right at market open, if we look at the 5-minute time frame, we obviously started dumping in the pre-market to the downside. If you shorted right at open, you obviously made a big mistake, because when Powell is talking, you never want to chase the initial move off the open. Same thing with CPI data, so on and so forth. You never chase the initial move. You wait, you sit cash, and let the market play out. So as we could see, we ripped to the upside. We ripped into this zone, ended up rejecting. So let me show you guys exactly what I was looking at. I let the Discord know, as always, if you guys aren't in the Elite Discord, you're missing out. We literally give all of our entries every single day, tell everyone what we're watching, and we work together to actually profit, make good moves. So if we look at the 4-hour, I told the Discord that we're looking at resistance from 4,000 to 4,015 on ES. And let's just draw that exact zone. So 4,000 or 4010 is what I actually said. So we're looking at this exact rejection zone. If we switch over to the 30-minute, what could we see right away? We see a lot of supply. Supply meaning that we're seeing a lot of rejection. As we could see, this supply used to be sort of not a demand but a support where we were holding this price, bounced off of it. Now that we pushed below and tried to retest it, it is now supply. Supply means that we're looking to short to the downside. We push into supply, reject, push in, reject again, push into it once again, reject heavily again, push into it, reject heavily once again. So why would we buy calls here? There's no reason to buy calls at this specific area because we're in a rejection zone. Maybe if we got above into 40-20s, 40-25s, we could look to long to the upside, but overall 40-75s is where we need to get a clear move for this kind of gap fill into 41-40s, 41-60. So that's the reasoning, and let me circle it out for you guys so that you guys have a better understanding. We rejected here, that's why we're looking for another reject today. We rejected here, looking for another reject today, because we're looking for the market to repeat the past, and there is a high probability that it does that exact thing. Let me remove these. So yeah, all we're doing is simply looking at supply, figuring out where we're going to take our shorts, waiting for time and sales to confirm that. So the entry was around 399 to 400.5, and you just really want to have that patience to be able to wait. If you actually look right here, we rejected almost the exact same spot. My entry point for puts, I took an early entry around 39.90s because we were seeing some weakness. Once we wicked right here, we saw some more upside, and then I added to my position. And what you really want to look for to also short, if you're not comfortable taking that initial position because you might be a beginner, you want to wait for something like this candlestick, where we pull down heavily, get a wick, and then a pullback up to the upside, or a little bounce back to the upside, and wait for a breakdown below where the price wicked, because this indicates that there is buyers at this 39.95 level. So once we break back below it, we could look to short to the downside, and we just seen a massive move all the way down to 39.55s on ES, which is equivalent to around 395 on SPY, so a 5-point move, which is very, very nice. And then the rest of the day we kind of chopped around sideways. So simply all I did on this trade was look for a supply reject, play that short to the downside, have patience, keep my stop in play. Remember, you guys need to keep your stops in play in order to be a profitable trader. I'm going to talk more about risk management, so on and so forth, in another video or once we hit 400 subscribers. I know we're at like 380 right now. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow the Instagram, and let's take a look at SPY as well to see what I was specifically looking at, because I know a lot of people are trading using SPY. So as we could see, if we look at the hourly chart, 20-day hourly, we see that we rejected this exact zone around here, 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 simple reject around this 400, pushed all the way down to 395. I took my exit around 395.75 was my exit, and it was $1,000 trade. So you always want to make sure you keep your risk intact and make sure you understand where the trade would go wrong. If we blew through this resistance point and got through the entire supply zone, obviously there would be more room for the upside on SPY, but volume was decreasing as we pushed to the upside. As we could see here, pushing to the upside and volume was decreasing. If we take a look right here, and then we got a lot of volume on this sell. So that's why we also seen a lot of selling pressure. So another thing to keep in mind, time and sales, looking for a lot of sellers. Seeing a lot of asks pop up for ES is also something that I look for. Low volume on the upside move pushing into a supply is definitely a key confirmation to look for, and that is mainly it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, Friday, for 0DTE. As always, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share the free game, share the free knowledge, ask any questions that you have in the Discord, and if you want access to all the trades, more knowledge, information, Zoom meetings, daily trades, watch lists, so on and so forth, make sure to join the Discord, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your trading week. Peace.